Welcome to my monthly The Expat Career and Lifestyle podcast. I'm Dominika and I am the founder of dmcoaching.eu, the place to be when you want to create a career you love and live the global lifestyle.
Dominika and welcome to our monthly episode of the Expat and Career Lifestyle. And today I have a pleasure to speak with Marcia O'Regan, an international color alchemist and coach, the founder of Color Harmony, originally from Ireland, now based in Brussels, Belgium. Her specialty is healing what's holding gifted women from living a wealthy, happy life from the inside out. Welcome, Marcia. Thank you for joining us today, and please tell us more about yourself and what are you doing.
Great, thank you very much. It's great to be here. So yes, I have now been living in Brussels for 9 years. Before that, I was living in the UK for 14 years. And about 11 years ago, I had a lot of stomach problems, and I went to lots of different consultants, and they told me there was nothing wrong with me. So I kind of started exploring the whole holistic complementary therapy arena, and I came across color therapy, and I thought, okay, I was kind of at that point that I wanted to make a big change because I couldn't live the way I was living, and I decided to take a leap of faith and do this color therapy course. And within 6 weeks my stomach problems stopped, and after that within 5 months, actually, my life completely changed. I changed jobs, bought a car, bought a house, and then a year later decided, oh, what have I always talked about but never done? And French was always a passion of mine, and this is how I ended up in Brussels, because I thought I ended up finding a job in Brussels to improve my French, and then met my husband. And now I use colour as my tool for coaching and healing and, inner and outer wealth. And it's actually all about feeling, how we are inside influences our life on the outside. Mm-hmm. So that's basically a little background to me.
So tell us more about your transition from 9-to-5 job to your business. How was this transformation for you, and what can you advise to people who are thinking about changing, about moving from a job, from a 9-to-5 job to having a business, starting a business abroad also?
Yes. So what I would say first of all is it does take time to get things off the ground. And so if it is something like, in fact, probably any business really, to keep your job until you actually have a little bit of money aside and you have certain structures set up. So for me, for example, particularly when you're in another country, I didn't know the whole system of Belgium. Mm-hmm. So I went and I got advice about how is the best to set up. And here in Belgium, actually, it's very good because you have this, it's called indépendant complémentaire. So you can actually be registered and as a kind of a part-time entrepreneur, we'll say, or an independent, and you can also do your day job. And then what I did was I pretended that this was that my passion, which was, coaching and healing, I was doing this full time. So I started imagining waking up in the morning as if I was working in that, in full time in my passion. And I remember writing out on a piece of paper in the present tense that I have now left my job, peacefully and amicably. I'm now working in this, doing my, passion as a color alchemist and coach, and basically I put a crystal then on that,
Mm-hmm.
and I kept on affirming that that was my reality. And at the meantime, I started getting, practical information about how to set up. So here in Belgium, it was very easy. I got to know Zenito as a company who specializes in helping independent people set up. And somebody came here, filled out all the paperwork, and I set up and got my my independent company name and VAT registration. And from there, I was able then to start, advertising and being seen and doing introductory, talks, introducing what I do, and basically then it was kind of word of mouth. So that's how I started. And then funny thing was, within 3 months, an opportunity came up, and I decided, right, I am actually going to do this full time. And I found actually once I had set up, the general foundations, and I started being known by kind of word of mouth, then when I was, took that leap of faith, my business really actually did take off. And then I was able to give it all of my energy. And a lot of it too is belief in ourselves, the inner belief. Like I fully believed in myself and the transformation that I bring to people. I didn't let fear stop me, because a lot of things I think in relation to being an entrepreneur, I would say 80% has got to do with the inner game and 20% has got to do with the skill set of, knowing about the marketing funnels and managing your finances and setting up a plan that you stick to. That's probably 20%. The inner game, the belief, what we tell ourselves, is really what makes anybody successful when they set out and live their passion.
Yeah, I think, I agree with you, because we can have many limiting beliefs and many fears about starting something new, moving to a business. So I think that this is the most important thing when you are starting to work on your limiting beliefs and how to overcome also those fears, and then learning about marketing and running a business. So
Yes, yeah.
so. So, what are the challenges of people who are coming to you for help?
Well, I have two types of people. It's the type of people actually who are expats. And what I find is, and I can, to be honest, relate this myself, is that as an expat, you're in another country that is not your country. Quite often it's for a certain period of time, and you actually don't belong anywhere. So when you go back then home to your home country, you've changed so much that you don't actually see yourself belonging there either. Mm-hmm. So then you start asking the question, like, who am I? What, everybody wants to belong somewhere, and so I really explore with those kind of clients about who they really are, and I go into their soul color personality. So this has got to do with, we are all born with a specific color personality, and we also are born with specific color attributes that is really going to help us in our life. And quite often, a lot of people don't harness their own inner abilities. So if someone says to me, oh, I've got no confidence, and I see that they have been born with red qualities, I'm like, that is untrue, because as a red are probably one of the most confident people you could meet. And inside you are born confident. It's just your outer life has, tweaked that a little bit. And then to understand also different attributes and colours we have inside us that we can use to help us. And then there's a colour and attributes that we have come back to learn. So that gives you an understanding maybe about why you've attracted different things into your lives. For example, if it was orange, then that would indicate that you have come back to learn about relationships, about your creative senses, the importance of letting go of long-standing hurts. And you'll have different experiences that come into your life to help you in that endeavor to learn those things. So that's one aspect. And then the other aspect is actually gifted holistic healers, light workers, coaches, and I help them really. A lot of these people, they find it very difficult to charge for their services. They have a lot of limiting beliefs around money. They're extremely gifted, but there is a lot of kind of self-worth and money story blockages. So what I do is I actually heal those, and again do some inner work of other personal blockages that could be holding them back from being visible in their business. So when they take action, when they do the marketing, they're actually finding that a lot of synchronicity starts happening, that they get, they're attracting people, because also people actually connect. We're all connected. So people have a sense and a feel about how somebody is, and that influences their, their buying patterns really. So they're picking up, if somebody is, has a business and is offering a product, and they really are a bit, doubting, will someone buy that? Or they haven't got the clarity around what they're offering and who they're offering it to, then this doubt will actually make people feel uneasy and they won't commit to the person. So these are the kind of things that I work on with my clients, and the transformation that takes place is pretty amazing, and it's quite quick, the results that they're getting.
Yeah, so now I am curious how I can understand the color of my personality. So there is like a specific exercise, or how can I discover the color of my personality?
Well, it's related to your date of birth first of all, and then you come down, it's numerology, so you come down to single numbers, and then each number is associated with a color. And then you can have a bit of an overview yourself about what your color personality would be, but you really need the training in how to do soul colors and how to connect in with the person. Because, for example, red, there's lots of different meanings to red. Like it means, leadership, success, that, the person would, is impatient, is not very good at delegating, so they take on an awful lot themselves. So that would mean that their energy, I think it get quite tired. But, you can't be all of those associations in red. So this is why it takes me time. It takes me about an hour and a half to write up a report, to take the time and connect in with the person and see, out of all the attributes that, let's say, red would be associated, which does this person resonate with? And this is where I use my intuitive capacity and spiritual gifts to really go deeper into who this person is in a soul level and how is it impacting their current life. And then I would do a soul color realignment, where I do, an energy clearing, because, our energy, we're picking up on lots of other people's energies. And, we're very good at clearing, having a shower every morning for our physical bodies, but our aura also is another aspect of us. And this is where our aura, we can pick up on other people's energies. And my phone never rings. I forgot to take off my my landline. So what happens from there is it can influence how we're feeling. So I clear that energy using color. Violet is a very good color. Imagining violet coming in and lifting all our energetic field to a place of love and light. And then I would bring in the colors. If someone is doing it via Skype, then we do it through visualization. Or if someone comes to me physically in Brussels, then I would use the actual lights and the coloured scarves and crystals.
Yeah, very interesting. Now I am very curious. What is my color? What is my color?
Yeah, you can send me your date of birth, or you can tell me, and I can give you a quick overview if you want.
I will send it to you.
And so the other thing is that what I do then as well is that, when it comes to doing your business, it's really important, and people spend an awful lot of money investing in getting qualified, but when it comes then to doing their, putting themselves out there and creating a business, they actually are, don't want to invest the money in their brand and their colors. And this is really, really, really essential to get clear on how you want people to feel, who are the kind of people that you want to work with, and who you are as a person. And so what I do is I help then clients starting out to choose the right branding color that's a true reflection of one of their soul colors, to use a color that gives off the feel that they want to be associated with. And this means then that when people come on your website, they get a good feel, they connect with the colors. All the big international companies like Coca-Cola, HSBC, all the big corporates, they are very much aware of the impact and the psychology of colour and how it impacts people's buying behaviours and their image. And I help like small entrepreneurs in that endeavour to use colour to enhance their presence in the market.
Yes, I think that the branding and colors when you are working on your website are very important. So people, they can feel your brand, they can feel also your personality. So it's a very important aspect of building and running your business. So what is an inner wealth activator? What does it mean?
Yeah. So the inner, this is a program actually that I run, and the inner wealth activator is, so it's like I hope everybody listening to this knows what a chakra is. But a chakra is an energy center that we can't necessarily see in the physical body, but is a very, very influential. It's like meridians in our bodies. And these chakras, we have 7 main chakras in our bodies, and this influences our life. So let's say your heart chakra. If your heart chakra isn't in balance, then you will find that you will be experiencing issues around not being able to receive, finding balance in your life and in loving relationships. And beside the heart, there's another kind of a chakra. It's likened to a chakra, and it's called a money activator. It's a wealth activator that we have been born with, and this is something that was shown to me in a healing at the beginning of last year. And this activator influence, so you can do all the beliefs clearing and all of this, which will completely help you in your money story if you're having a money story issue. But if your inner wealth activator is not activated within your body, then you will find that it won't last for long, and you might be very good at attracting money, but then bills and stuff, circumstances will start coming up in your life, and the money will actually be flying out the door. And so what I'm able to do is I help people to locate their own unique inner wealth activator, to check in to see if that's activated, if it's on or off, or if it's the energy is low. And then we would activate that using colour, and this actually then is sent throughout the whole body. And what I have found, the reason I've called it the inner wealth activator, is that I started off this in relation to money, but what I found is it's not just about the money. A lot of people actually said that they felt better in themselves, they felt happier. For example, I had one guy who was following the program, and why he was following it was he had moved from the UK to Ireland. He's a highly qualified guy, wasn't getting jobs. 9 months in, he was getting desperate, and he thought he would have to go back to the UK, and he came across me on Facebook, and I had a conversation with him, and I suggested he does this program, which is kind of a self-study, but I actually have a private Facebook group, and I come in intuitively and I do Facebook Lives to guide people through it. And anyway, he said within 2 days of him following the course, he actually ended up getting a job, applying for a job and getting a job interview. And anyway, within 3 weeks, he ended up from someone who applied for loads of jobs, wasn't even getting interviews. He ended up having 4 different interviewed offers, and he got 3 job offers by the end of the course. And so it wasn't, it wasn't just about the money. It was about the opportunities that were actually coming in as well, in his case, into his life. So this is what this is. It's a 7-day video series that's supported by me in a Facebook group with other like-minded people who have money issues or relationship issues, stuff that doesn't make them feel wealthy in their life, Not just about the money, it's about how we're feeling, it's about relationships, it's about how healthy and vibrant our businesses are. It's actually transfers into all areas of one's life. But the big part of it is that people are finding that they are able to attract more clients and have more money in their life and have it circulate. Money is an energy, so it needs to be circulated. And so this is what this program does.
Wow. So so my question is, my next question is connected to how color. So you spoke that you said that this course, Inner Wealth Activator, helped this guy to find a job. So my next question is about how color can be useful for someone who is looking to discover their next career step.
Yeah. So color is a vibration, and colors have different. The different colors give off different feelings. So let's say if you're not in a good place and someone said to you, "Oh, think positive thoughts," then that's not quite very easy if you're not in a very good state. And it's quite annoying for people as well to say, yeah, it's easy for you to say. But if I say to you, look, if you're not feeling in top form, why don't you wear a red top or an orange top or a yellow top, and do some visualization. Visualize that this yellow sun, for example, is coming in to your heart, and it's filling you up with beautiful yellow sunshine, and it's lifting away any sadness that you have or any discomfort that you're feeling, and let that expand through your whole body, out through your energy, and you see yourself now like the sun, a vibrant sun. Then that gets people feeling differently, and when you feel differently, and when you use the color gets you to feel. And I think because people now are so busy, they have forgotten how to feel. And using color, like I just demonstrated there, is a very good way to reawaken your feelings, which is your guidance. And how you feel is going to influence what action and what decisions you take in your life. And we are living in a colourful world. We have so much colour around us that it really is very important. It has a very important place to play in our lives. If you just imagine that if you were living in a world of darkness where there was no light and there was no light, then you would feel sleepy, you'd have no energy, you would feel very low after a certain time. And in fact, you would find that, nature would start to die away because it doesn't have the light. Whereas we're very lucky to be living in a world that's filled with light, that is colourful, particularly in the summer and spring times, and you feel life when you have light and colour around you. Wow. So this is the importance of having this awareness and being aware in your wardrobe. What colours are you wearing at the moment? And that will give you an indication about what's going on for you, how you could use that colour to support you. And it brings about a very, very gentle but powerful way of being and then synchronicity starts to happen. So you're not pushing and you're not trying, you're in the flow, you're allowing, and you're empowered. Because if you're feeling blue, for example, then, pick up something yellow or something orange, or even something pink to lift those spirits and get you out of the little downer that you might be feeling.
Oh, great! Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I think that people, we forgot about colors and how colors are important in our life. And as you said, people are busy. They say that they are busy and they don't think about colors and about how we can use them in our life and in our transformation. Um, so So how is your life in Bruxelles? How do you enjoy it?
Oh, no, Brussels is a lovely city. What I love about Brussels is it's a really big expat community. Like on my street, I would be like 5 minutes from the European institutions, and on my street, like we have Italian, Belgian, Irish, French. They're the kind of people on our street, just off the top of my head. And living in a city, I can go across to my neighbour and I can say, oh, you know what, I've run out of eggs. Have you got a few eggs? That doesn't happen in big cities normally, and that's what I love about Brussels. It's a big city, but it has kind of a village feel. On our street, every 3 or 4 months, we would invite people. We'd go to each other's houses and have a little aperitif or a little little bits of food, and someone would bring a bottle of wine, and so it's a very, very, very nice way of life. Also, Brussels, it's very green. There's an awful lot of lovely parks. You have Forêt des Swan, which is like 10 minutes away from me here. So it's, from that point of view, it's a really lovely city. The only minus about Brussels is the weather. Yeah. It's like the Irish weather. And so it's damp, and you find actually the clouds, sometimes when it's these, like today actually, the clouds feel as if they're on your head. So this is why you need plenty of colour in those kind of days. But globally, it's a lovely, lovely restaurants, nice cafes. You're very central. An hour and 20 minutes on the train, and you're in Paris. Yeah. 4 hours, and I'm in Lyon. Yeah. So it's a very nice city.
So, talking about colors, what is your favorite color, Marcia?
Oh, pink is my favorite color. Okay. Yeah, I have a pink. I have in my kitchen. Mm-hmm. One of my walls is pink. Yeah, pink is my favorite color. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what can you advise to someone who is thinking about becoming a color alchemist or a coach? What are the steps? What are the first steps?
The first step I would say is to try out maybe a session to see if it resonates. Mm-hmm. If you love color, if you're open to the whole holistic spiritual aspect of life, I feel it's a great modality to be to train in. Mm-hmm. I actually have written my own color therapy course, and I have in the past trained therapists, in fact, all over the world. But this year, so far, I've decided that I'm not going to do it this year, because I'm very busy working with entrepreneurs actually to help them get their, live their mission and get their message out there. I'm just trying to think, how could you? Because the person that I trained with, actually, she doesn't do it anymore either. So I don't know, but I'm sure if people look up on the internet color therapy, they'll find something. Mm-hmm. But I'd be very happy to speak with somebody if they want, and they can follow me on my website colorharmony.com, or I have a free Facebook group, and it's Life and Color Money Makeover, and that would give them an insight into, I do different meditations. At the moment I'm running a free 12-day color ritual to help people start off the year and on the right foot, because each year has a color energy associated with it, and this year it's about red. So this means that this year is all about setting the foundations, going for your big dreams, stop playing small. If you want something, just think about, what would I do if I wanted something beyond that, and aim high. It's the year for success, for being energized, the need to have a little bit of patience as well, and persevering with certain things. But it's a fantastic year to take inspired, passionate action.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook Live yesterday about the colors of 2017, and it was very inspiring. So I'm very excited about 2017.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a great year.
Yeah. So what are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future. Very good question. I think mainly it's to continue to help gifted, mainly women actually, to bring their message to the world, to bring what they would love to do that would make a difference in people's lives, to help them bring that out to the world and support them through the process. I also have this, it's called the Inner Wealth Academy, and it's a 6-month program. And, what I'm helping those ladies do is to get out, to help them on a daily basis to get out of their head and get back into their heart and follow their intuition. So each month we have a focus. So the first month we look at the body. An awful lot of patterns and memories are held in the body that can hold us back. So I heal and transform those for those people. And then the next month works on the mind. So this month actually we're working on the whole mind, how our mind is influencing us in our daily lives, our belief systems. Next month is going to be about connecting with the emotions and balancing those emotions. Then after that, it's working on the heart, all about love and opening up your heart. It's a very, very powerful center, following your heart's desires. Then after that, I go into the soul colors and who you are on the soul level. And then it's about spirituality and money after that. So this program, I feel, is going to be very big, because already 1 month in, there's been huge transformations for people, lots of synchronistic stuff coming up. And I'm really loving it. And it's about living from a place of consciousness rather than a place of ego and mind. And the liberation and the freedom that brings, and the joy that brings, is really, really my passion. And this is what I want to bring out to more women, because women are very powerful, intuitive, amazing people, and us as women are being called on to bring our gifts to the world, because we are multitaskers. We see beyond the what's in front of us. We have this ability to really make a difference, and the world needs more women to stand in that power and support many others out there in the world. So that's my big vision.
Wow. Thank you very much for sharing that, and thank you very much for sharing your story and tips with us. So, where can we find more information about you? If you can share with us the link to your website. And
Yes.
I also know that you have a free gift for our listeners.
Yes. So what I'm going to offer, in fact, I have two free gifts. The first one will be, I know I can't offer this part of the free gift to everybody, but I'm offering 5 free discovery calls where I would spend an hour, having a discussion with you, looking at where you are, where you want to go, and what is keeping you from there, and giving you advice maybe or tips about what you can be implementing to help you in that endeavour. So I can put a link in there to the application, and I will intuitively get in touch with whoever I feel would really benefit most from. And then I have this meditation that it's a meditation that where you embody all the colors, and this is a very good meditation to help you start your day well. So I will also gift every listener with that. And I've already had somebody recently who contacted me saying they listened to that and they had insomnia problems, and literally after listening to it, they have no more problems sleeping. So it's a powerful meditation.
Wow. Yeah, so I will put all the links with the description of the podcast. So
Yeah.
you can apply for the session with Marcia, or you can download the free meditation. So thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to have you here, and thank you for bringing a little bit of color in this morning.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's a pleasure. Thank you as well. It's been a complete pleasure.
Thank you very much, Marcia. Thank you for listening, and if you like this podcast, please share it with your friends, and I will speak with you next month. Thank you very much. And